Hello everybody, this is Shez, Project Food Garden. Today is 9th of December. It's a Friday evening, rather pre-evening. So we just thought that we'd quickly cover everything what we are doing after 6 weeks into the season. And we'll try and show you everything that has been done so far, all the seedlings that have been put out in the garden, and how everything is progressing. So let's get on with it. So this year I've decided to do the cucumbers in a pot. It's in the garden, but the temperature of the ground, it goes up and down dramatically. So we're doing it in a pot. And the praise for any brand comes when the shout out is not asked for, but it's given nonetheless. You can see this was bought, this plant I bought from O'Drinks. This variety is known as the Slice Master cucumber. As you can see, the health is really good, and we are lucky to have such good production from a vine which is quite young for its age, and it's doing really good. Take another look. So we decided to have 3 zucchini runners this summer, and these are again quite young. They've been transplanted here about 4 weeks ago, but the growth is absolutely beautiful, and it started blossoming as well. Let me quickly show you the second one. This one is doing quite good as well, and the blossoming is happening quite exponentially, and it'll start pumping fruit. Mind you, one zucchini runner can pump around 60 to 70 fruit in the season. So this is going really good. Apart from that, our rosemary bush, it's coming along just beautifully. Summer is the best time of the year. So we have also decided to do all the chilies, peppers and capsicums in pots. Let me quickly show you, that's candy cane. We have harvested quite a few of these chilies. Rather, these are peppers, and the plants are still pumping good fruit. That's tumbling jalapenos, and they're fruiting really well. We've got chili sizzler, and that is red scorpion. And these have been bought again by O'Drinks Garden Center. These plants are doing really good. That's Carolina Reaper. The plants are perking up really nice, considering that they're in their 5th week of transplant, or they've come out of the garage. So chilies are doing quite good, and lots of them we have harvested the fruit, but they're coming nicely towards the blossom again. So this is a cucumber green variety. I got this from Bunnings. That's another DIY store, and I bought a tiny seedling, and it's doing quite well. It has started pumping fruit, as you can see. It's also producing good quality fruit, as I can see. Let me try and focus in for you. There we go. The vine is doing not too bad. It's doing really well. I'm also trying to grow watermelons. These are comparatively new seedlings. I've just transplanted them outside. The temperatures are going up. This year, we have heard from the meteorological department that the temperature is going to be 2 to 3 degrees higher as compared with the last year. So we're hoping that we'll have a good year as far as our cucumbers and other wines are concerned. Again, I'm doing that in a pot as well. So the next challenge that we had was doing a bitter gourd wine, where I was getting defeated by the temperatures for the last 2 years. And this year I've decided to do it under the shade, but out in the open. I mean, it technically doesn't under the sky at night time. So this is home germinated from the seed, and it's coming. If I could show you closely, it has started developing a nice set of leaves, and it's also coming towards blossom nice and slow. So thumbs up for this convention. Bitter gourd is also doing really well. So I normally don't give up on the plants that I normally grow in the garden. So I had these two seedlings after the polar blast. By the way, these are crown pumpkins. After the polar blast, they were really struggling. So I kept them indoors, and now I'm doing the hardening. As you can see, they've perked up really nicely. And I think tomorrow or day after, they would be going into their respective patches. I have a plan of doing one plant in a big container, like other vines that I'm doing. I'm going to plant one out in the garden to see how it would react to the weather conditions. So that's crown pumpkin. So that's another challenge that I had for the last 3 years. That was bottle gourd. In Hindi or Urdu we call it Loki. And I wanted to do this so badly because everybody in the family loves this vegetable. So we have not only gotten the blossom, but we have also got the first fruit. Let me try and show you. There we go. So ever since the departure of pandemic, we had quite a few COVID masks, and I'm using this, and this has gotten to a really nice size. So the fruiting is on its way, and it's looking really good. So there we go. The bottle gourd is also doing really good. I just need to tie the vine, which has started going up till the tin roof. So that's pretty much for the bottle gourd. We have already covered an episode of green peas and sugar snaps. The harvest is done, and now the new fruit is pumping up nicely onto the vines, as you can see. Let me try and zoom in for you. There we go. The sugar snaps are looking good. And that's pretty much on the garden peas and the sugar snaps that we are doing. So we haven't covered the blackcurrants so far. We've been busy. The tree is absolutely loaded with fruit. And you can see the fruit is maturing. I think in about 10 days time, we will be getting into the harvesting of this fruit. Take a look. Absolutely beautiful. That's the mother tree, and on this young tree we have also got lots of fruit, lots and lots. By the way, the fruit is also getting matured. Look at that. So take a look at that. Absolutely amazing. Nature is beautiful. So this fruit is quite rare nowadays. That's our gooseberry bush. We have harvested quite a lot of fruit from here. It's quite thorny, so I don't go near this plant. Somebody else in the family, they come out and they do the harvest for it. We've got quite a few in there. I'm not going to risk putting my hands into the vine because I'm not wearing any gloves, but this is absolutely beautiful. We have already covered quite a few episodes for our Loganberry. It's the highlight of this year. Absolutely brilliant. Look at that. We are quite ready for the next harvest as well. The fruit is just, it's manic, to be honest. It's so much that we have done the snap freezing, and I think we're gonna give a lot of it away to friends and family as well. And this is just like that side of the vine that I'm showing you, where we don't have the netting on. It's beautiful, absolutely amazing. Let me try and zoom in it for you. The hanging fruit, it looks so beautiful on the plants. You just want to go and, grab a handful and devour them. That is the inside of the Loganberry vine. Wait a minute. Look at that. Look at that. That is absolutely beautiful. Look at the health of this berry. Absolutely beautiful. I'm going to devour this while I make this vlog. Amazing. That is the best thing after sliced bread, having a fresh berry from your own garden. So next one is, this may look like Loganberry, but it's not. This is called crockerberry. And what's the difference between them? Let's show you. This is a thornless variety of Loganberry that we have. As you can see, you won't find any thorns. But if you look at crockerberry, it's very thorny, number one. Number two is, in my definition, it's like mother of blackberry, because these berries are more fattier and chunkier than the normal blackberry, and they're very, very sweet in texture. Thorny berries, I've noticed that they're much sweeter than the thornless variety. So there we go, crockerberry. Getting there. It's ripening up with time, looking really good. So just when you cross this crockerberry, we have got another berry plant, which is an acquisition of this year. There we go. That is traditional blackberry. This plant is like 5 months old, but look at that. It has started blossoming. I cannot wait for this blossom to mature. Look at that. Even if I get 5 or 6 set of fruits, that would be just amazing, because it's coming up here. I mean, it has grown exponentially. It was just a tiny cutting that I bought from the local garden center here, and it has come up to almost 5 foot. So this blackberry is doing really good, and when we will get the fruit, we'll definitely cover that for you. Mind you, keep following the short videos that we are doing for you guys. It's been 5 weeks, a little over, or give or take a day or two, that we bought all the tomato plants out in patches. Mind you, some of them have not been transferred for more than 4 weeks. So the growth is quite good. I've been pruning them. We have to make sure that the bottom of the plant is always nice, crisp and clean, so the aeration works good for the plants. So on the right side, the majority is cherry tomatoes. On the left side, we have got heirloom variety and moneymaker. So let's show you. I mean, their growth is good, their health is looking good. You always look out for the infestation and everything, but look at that. The blossom is about to set, or rather it's setting nicely. That's large plum. That is German red strawberry. It's fruiting, blossoming really nicely. Then we have, I've already shown you the large plum. There we have mini orange. It's coming on blossom. Oh wow, look at that. Moneymaker is also blossoming, and the health of the plant is really good. You judge it by the color of the leaves, that how well the plant is doing. It looks really happy. So tomato has started blossoming as well. It's quite in its early stage. Wow, tomato is also on the blossom. Look at that. That's another cherry variety. Then we have another plant of tomato. It's also starting its blossoming cycle. Sun Gold is producing a really nice set of blossom. Take a look at that. I love Sun Gold. Then we have Black Zebra. It's also on the blossoming cycle right now. It's producing a decent amount of blossom. There we go, on the top compartment. And then we have some blossom down here as well. Then I've already shown you Sun Gold. Then we are getting blossoming on the other Black Zebra plants as well. Check it out. It's starting on Solar Flare as well. So that was the first batch of tomatoes. So just behind that main patch, we put some tomato plants here as well. This is Exhibit A, Ukrainian Black. It's coming on to blossom nicely. This is a variety which was sent to me by a really amazing gardener in Auckland, Nick, look at the plants of Believe It or Not. And I've got a big surprise on the other end as well, but that is doing really well. Now, this is an Australian tomato that we are doing this year. It's called Purple Calabash. I did a prototype last year. Absolutely loved it. It creates a beautiful beefsteak tomato, which is, I mean, it's as big as Russian black rim, but its taste is even better. So this year we'll do the taste reviews as well. I've got 3 plants. I'm raising them with multiple trunks, and they're doing really good. Funny enough, I was telling a friend of mine who was here yesterday to visit me that all of this was in a seed container a few months ago, and just one handful of seed, rather not even one handful, can convert into so much. If you look around, this is all germinated. All the tomatoes, they've germinated from seeds. So this Exhibit A is, ladies and gentlemen, this is Black Bear. If you can look at the plant in the bottom, crispy clean for good aeration. It has started blossoming. This was the first plant to start blossoming. You can see some in the back as well. So I'm raising this plant with multiple trunks as well. So that's Black Bear, and then we have Albanga Oxheart. This is also, I mean, I cannot believe that some plants, they react so awesome to the transplantation. This is one of them. Look at that at the back. That's another Albanga Oxheart, and it's doing really, really beautiful. I mean, it's the health of these plants is absolutely amazing. I love these 2 varieties, the way they've behaved, when Black Bear and Albanga Oxheart. So about not giving up on your plants. So as you can see, this plant, it might look really weak right now, but if you had seen it about a week ago, I thought this would not survive. It was suffering the most horrendous leaf curl, and it is coming out of it. It is absolutely coming out of it. I've given it a bit of nitrogen, and look at the one at the back. Its leaves are sorting themselves out now. So this is green sausage, by the way, and I was really looking forward to get some fruit from these plants, and it looks to me that I will. So that's green sausage. Then we have the next one in line is Blue Beauty. Yep, the Blue Beauty, it was quite weak. Few of them got really weak during the polar blast, but with the passage of time, we are getting there. As you can see, plants from the bottom, I'm going to raise them with multiple trunks, some of them with the single trunk. So they're getting there. You would see a few plants, they suffered the leaf curl, but they're getting out of it now. So this next variety is Mexican Zapotac. I've got 4 plants of Mexican Zapotac, and they're doing quite well. Hold on real quick. Yeah, that's Mexican Zapotac. And this one is, yeah, that's Brandywine Purple. Sorry about that, that's Brandywine Purple. It's doing quite well. They're perking up nicely. That is Mexican Zapotac. I've got 4 plants of Mexican Zapotac. They're doing really good. Then we have Black from Tula. Now look at that. Some plants, they react so beautifully. I mean, look at the back one. Its leaves are getting to a dark green color, and they're perking up really nicely. So this is the side where I have got 3 plants. They were really about to die. This is Russian black creme, and these 2 are Russian black creme. Mind you, we had 2 plants here as well that died, but I never gave up on these, and funny enough, they have started perking up now, so they're doing quite well. So that is tomato patch number 2 and 3. So the next experiment that I'm doing this year, we try something new every year, is to grow tomatoes and linseed straw. As you can see, almost close to none issue of weed this year. That is brandywine yellow, which is again from the seed that was saved last year. Then we have black beauty. I've got 3 plants of black beauty. I have got 3 plants of Cherokee purple. Then I've got 2 plants of brandywine black. Now, these have bugged up really nicely because, as you can see, in this weather, in this location, they get sun quite late in the afternoon and in the evening. This is brandywine pink. It's doing quite well. Then we have Margaret curtain. Margaret curtain is also doing good. Then we have 2 plants of San Marzano. Again, locally saved seed from my garden. Then we have Joanne Flame. This is a new variety. Lots of varieties are new that we are doing this year. And I really love the Albenga Oxheart, so I'm doing it in 2 different locations. I've shown you one is over there, and 1 row is here. So I've got 3 plants of Albenga Oxheart, and this is a John Doe variety. I don't know the name of it, I forgot to tag it. And a really good friend of mine from Pakistan went to the UK, and she found some seeds of Jagantamo. So I received these seeds from the UK. I tried germinating 2 seeds, was able to germinate 1. So this is Jagantamo. I've heard that the fruit that this plant bears is like between 500 grams to 1 kilo. So again, like I said last year, the target is to get 1 fruit from this plant so I can save the seed for the next year. So this is like when you invest in a plant for the future. So Jagantamo is like a hybrid variety. I know I'm not a big fan of hybrids, but I'm not against them either. So doing it for the first time. So let's see how this would turn out. So this is the patch that is completely in linseed straw. Quite happy with that. I don't have to weed. Then we have this long black variety of eggplant. Then we have these 2 plants of these Asian light green eggplants, and that is the traditional black beauty. So these are the 4 plants of aubergine that I'm doing this year. They had survived the polar blast. They were kind of weak, never gave up on them, and now they are perking up really nicely, and they're getting lots of sun now. That is yet another experiment. These are peanut plants which have been transplanted about a week ago. They like sandy conditions, so the soil mix that I have done in this patch, it's 50% soil and then 25% organic matter, and the rest was the dirt that was already in this patch. So they have started perking up nicely. As you can see, they're developing new sets of leaves on all plants. So we'll see how many peanuts 1 plant can develop, and we'll be sure to capture that for you as well. So we are heading to the end of this update for the summer. As you can see, I've gotten quite a few plants out. I'm putting new seedlings in. These are new seedlings that I've put into the patch. This is a Japanese variety. It's called Ichigo Momo. As you can see, we are on the 2nd phase of the blossoming. The plants have started producing new blossom. So we would be getting the 2nd lot of fruiting. It's blossoming all over. Absolutely beautiful. And I have got, let me try and show you up close. We have got some yellow alpine strawberries. And I know because of the weather, they've suffered a little bit. but they look a little like this. I mean, this fruit has expired, so I'm going to just chuck it away. So it doesn't get a lot, it doesn't get any bigger than this. But yellow strawberries are absolutely amazing. Look at that. I've heard they're quite sweet, so we'll be doing the harvest later this evening for anything and everything that we have on the plant. See, we've got quite a bit of fruit. We have done one harvest in the morning, so I'll check and see if there's any further room for any more harvesting. There we go. Amazing set of blossom coming over. New plants installed up here and up here, and I have created lots of new seedlings for Ichigo Momo. And what you're looking at is hard work of 6 months. So these plants have actually started perking up now, and I'm gonna transfer them over on this lot. This is wild strawberry, so I'm gonna hand these plants away to somebody else. So we've got lots of new lots of new blossom coming over, and lots of fruiting. So we have harvested the rhubarb twice. It grows like weed. It's gonna, it's gonna be ready pretty soon. So the third zucchini runner is in this part of garden, and you can see the first fruit is already developing. My word, zucchini can produce a lot of fruit. So apart from that, we have got our raspberries. We are harvesting them every day. I know we are not making any videos. It all depends on the quantity of fruit that we harvest. If it's something which is inevitable and we have to harvest it, I don't necessarily make any video. But let's show you what crockerberry looks like when it's about to get ready. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. I've eaten quite a few today from this side of the garden. Let's see some over there as well. And up here. This is not ripened. When it would ripen, it'll go to a beautiful dark black color. So there we go.